If I was a real genie or a real fucking Yoda, and I was like, yo, check this out, watch this. And you saw you're like, fuck, what the fuck? And you saw you, and it's like a good life, and I'm like, here's all you gotta do. You gotta work 15 hours a day right now for the next 10 years straight, you'll do it. Everybody will do it. People don't do it because they're not sure what's on the other side of it. Because they said no before they said yes.
Me and Garyvee up in the office. Do-rag flapping, walking through corporate. Talks about ownership and leverage. 1,800 checks and shot out the beverage. Mr. Jones, Mr. Jones, Mr. Jones, Mrs. Jones. We got a thing going on.
You know, 2018, Amazon Alexa is gonna be in like 4 different car makers default in the car. So like literally 2018 Tesla, Ford, 2 others, literally it's in the car. And it's a time saver. It's Uber. Uber got real big because it saves and sells time. Sound, voice sells time. Alexa skills sell time. Podcasts sell time. Like, and so I really want to bet on it. I want to make sure everybody here in all their disciplines.
How does podcast save time?
Because listening is a passive behavior that allows, so you can listen and go through your email. You can't watch my video and go through your email. Got it? And we are now getting trained to be able to multi-consume. So we're watching TV and on our phone. Like we're in multi-consumption zone. Our brains are getting behavioral.
You can
so
also download them too, so
it's just
you don't have Wi-Fi problems. A lot of the video problems with stuff when you're digesting is you don't have signal. Like podcast people are downloading previously, they have the access.
It's also easier to listen to a podcast while you're working out than watch a video when you're working out. Like it's saving time. Sure. I think the open white space, because I'm really paying attention, is multiple guests at the same time.
You think?
Uh-huh. So I think the big white space is 2 guests with you, that yin and yang, that...
Oh, 2, not more than, 2.
Yeah, 2.
No, 2 guests.
No, 2 guests.
Yeah.
There's a lot of 2 hosts. There's a lot of 2 hosts. That's classic Mike and the Mad Dog, like that's been around.
Yeah.
2 guests at the same time, back to John Favreau's Dinner with 4, you know, like there's a dynamic when you get multiple. I'm a little worried about a 3rd guest because crossing wires. I do think 2 is very, and that is something nobody's doing, and I think that can be the breakthrough. And I think that looks like you get, you know, you get the fancy fashion designer, and then you get the Brooklyn fashion designer, or you get the A-list celebrity and you get the influencer, or you get the, you know, just like, you know, I don't know. I'm very, very, very comfortable being on the offense. To me, it's like this. How I think about it, Jeff, is this. I think of it as, somebody's gonna get an Easter egg. Somebody's gonna read this and be like, what the fuck? So to me, London, LA, SMB, that's out here. So whatever the proper is, like New York media business, we need to make sure, which is like 80, like this 80 needs to run on its profit.
Yeah.
And then we make these bets because our upside grows from that. Got it? Yeah. That's how I think about it. That's the framework I think under.
What's up, man? How are you? Good to see you as well.
Hey, man.
How you doing?
How are you?
Pleasure to meet you.
Really nice to meet you.
Man?
Real good. Sit.
Nice to meet you, man.
Real pleasure. Yeah. Continued success. We'll be in touch. Send me that.
Yeah, I will.
Hey, Mike. Hey, Tyler. How are you? Hey, Shoots. How are you? Good. Okay. Now I can hear. Yeah. So, you know, Mike. Obviously, I'd love to answer any questions. I think we've had a basic framework of what we're thinking about here, but I wanted to answer anything for you and Tyler that I could to continue moving the ball forward. Tyler, the real reason is I want to make the investment that you're making worthwhile, and I feel like if there's more than 4 people, I'm diluting it. You know, that's why I never want to build this model. Like I only want to sell things I believe in. Can you guys hold on for 1 second?
Oh
Hi.
Hi, I'm such a big fan.
Thank
My
you.
name is Amber.
Thank you, Amber.
I just walked by and I saw it. I was like, oh my god, that's scary.
How are you?
I'm great.
Awesome.
Can we take a selfie?
Sure,
Oh my
sure.
god. Oh wait, that's facing the wrong way. I'm sorry. I'm like
No worries.
so shaken up right now. Thank
Awesome.
you so
You're welcome.
much.
So nice to meet
So
you.
nice to meet you.
Thank you. Take care.
Everything you do.
Thank you. Mike, I'm running late to this thing right now. I can get back on the phone with you guys, or you can email me this, but in theory, I want to over deliver. So why don't you guys get all the asks, so let me see what I can do.
Gary, this is Jason Fell.
Jason.
He works on
Such a
custom
pleasure.
content here,
Real
and
pleasure.
we just bumped into each other.
Awesome.
Garyvee, Jason Pfeiffer.
Jason,
What's going
how
on,
are you,
man?
man?
Good to see you.
Such a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for
How are
coming in.
things? Thrilled to
Good,
be
good.
here. Thrilled to be
Thrilled to
here.
have you. Welcome,
Thank you.
Welcome to the action.
I love it.
It's a quiet newsroom. That's what action is.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
All right, here. Well, you want this is the box.
This is it, huh?
This is it. This is it. You know,
This
this
is
is
it.
the first time. This is the first time I've ever actually had someone come into the magazine to get their copy of the
I
magazine.
love it.
It's
I
amazing.
like doing first time things.
Yeah, that's great.
This is awesome, man.
It's a lot of fun. Hey, Rebecca.
nice to meet
Great to
you.
meet you.
Thank you
Great to
for
meet
Hello.
you.
Hi. How are you?
Hey everyone. Garyvee.
Hey guys. Thank you for making me look so good. I appreciate it. Hi. Hi.
Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
being on the
Thank you.
cover.
Hi. Good to see you. How are you? Good to see you.
Hey, great to meet you, Dan. Nice to
such
meet
a
you.
pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Hey guys. How are you? Thanks for having me.
I don't know if you want it, but this means
I'll
that
take it.
Came first off the when the
I'll definitely take it here. Yeah, heck
take
yeah.
it. When they come first off, they send us like 3 or 4 of those. And
I love it.
so I hung on to one. For
I
you.
love it.
Is it weird to look at your face on the cover of a magazine?
It's super fun. Like
Yeah.
honestly, I mean, for me, it's. I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't say it's like, yeah. Just let it hang out front. It's a super kind of like dream come true for an entrepreneur to be on the cover of Entrepreneur magazine. You know, like it's super fun. Like I'm super pumped about it.
Yeah.
Like I can't wait to get texts from like or emails or Facebook messages from like high school friends.
Totally.
You know what's funny? This is actually probably a really good month to be on the cover of a magazine because so many people travel for Memorial Day
that's a good
weekend,
point.
right? So like the airport action is real. Like that's where that's where people see shit when they don't normally see it. So I was like, yeah, this is probably a good.
Yeah, that's really interesting. 'Cause
I like literally was like, oh, I hope July issue is like slowed down by accident so I can catch 4th of July too.
Yeah, well,
I was like
actually,
getting real evil with
Our July-August issue is combined.
Is that right?
So we push it out late.
Yes! Dude, you just literally made my life. Literally today I was like, wouldn't it be amazing if they had some weird thing happen you have a July.
August, yeah. I am here with Gary Vaynerchuk, the cover man for the 100 Brilliant Ideas issue. And then also, digitally, the word ideas is so huge for us because those stories that say, you need an idea, here are a ton here are ways to find ideas, those things always do really well for us. By the way, I should introduce myself. I'm Jason Pfeiffer. I'm the editor-in-chief of Entrepreneur Magazine. And I'm, again, here with Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary, let's talk about ideas.
Sure.
I wanted you on this cover because you are so full of them. I think that you also inspire people to have ideas. But I think that the big question for a lot of people is if they've got the energy, they've got the drive, they know they can put in the work, but they don't have the idea to focus all of that, They don't have the business idea. Where do the ideas come from?
I think the best way to come up with an idea is to reverse engineer what your day-to-day looks like. I actually think the ideas are directly in front of your face. I think the biggest problem with a lot of entrepreneurs is they're so hungry to build a business or to be an entrepreneur that they're sitting around trying to come up with the idea, which then immediately takes you out of usually the best idea. The best idea is, I'll never forget it, when Garrett Camp talked about Uber, he literally said like, hey, we have iPhones now. Wouldn't it be cool if you could get a limo by pressing a button? And of course I remember saying like, that's only for rich people. Wrong, but I think the ideas are, to me, the number one idea on earth is scratching your own itch. Like if you're living your life and you say that sucked, well, you've got a business. Because we really value time, we value convenience, and so I would walk around life, judge what stinks, and see if there's a way to make it better, and then hopefully you're not an anomaly and the only one that thinks it stinks.
Yeah.
And then that's how the idea comes to you, not you go and say, today I'm gonna come up with, nobody does that. People do it from an intuition, then it evolves.
Yeah. But how do you test it out, right? Because
By doing.
No,
but let's stay here.
Yeah.
By doing. Like everybody thinks that they have to like manifest this idea over time and come up with it perfect and then you go.
Yeah.
Ideas evolve. You get a seed. Microsoft wasn't what Microsoft was. Facebook isn't even remotely close to what Facebook, like you've got to start with something. The biggest thing that's crippling entrepreneurs from winning is their lack of doing.
that they hold on too long.
100%. They romanticize around the idea. They think they've got an idea, and then they spend the rest of this summer debating it until they're 7 months later and they haven't done anything, and then it just loses its energy. For me, I appreciate you saying I have a lot of good ideas. I have a good track record because the second I think I've got something, I go. I go.
Yeah.
And I lose money and I don't lose money and I try and I taste and I adjust and I stop. I'm not scared that somebody says that didn't work.
Idea.
Yeah. My dad used to yell at me. He was like, you always change your mind. You said last year that we would never sell rosé wine. I'm like, I changed my mind.
And it's okay to change your mind. It's okay.
It's
okay
the cost. It's the cost of entry to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I always tell my team at the agency, you know what's subjective? Creative. Creative subjective before it hits the world. Then it plays out. I go, you know what's not creative? Deadlines. Excuse me, subjective. You know what's not subjective? Deadlines.
Yeah.
Like if the client wants it on Tuesday, you better put something in front of them. If you come on Thursday because you guys all debated it to be perfect and then you put it in front of somebody and they don't like it, then you've lost twice. I think that's right. I'm thrilled to hear that you guys deployed that speed, and I think the necessity of deadline and small team is a huge advantage, and you should always take, if you're David, play David's game. If you're Goliath, play Goliath's game, and I think for all the entrepreneurs that are watching right now, play to your strengths.
Yeah. Last question, and then and we'll let you go on with the day. How do you know? Because you said that the key to knowing if an idea is good is doing. How do you know when to stop? How do you know when to move to the next idea if it's not working?
There's only two things. The market tells you or you tell yourself, right? Like you move on when nobody's buying your shit. You're like, but I knew this was gonna work and nobody's buying it. The market told you to move on. I really think you're gonna buy this. And they start buying it and you're doing great, but somehow you're waking up miserable every day. It's time to move on. So no golden handcuffs, right? Don't let the dollar amounts get you to a place where 30 years later you look back, you might have made some money, but you were miserable for 30 years.
Yeah.
The other one's very easy. The market tells you to move on. So the only decision you have to make is, if it's going well, are you enjoying it enough for the financial benefit? And if you're not, you have to move on.
Yeah. Gary, man.
Thanks.
Thrilled to have you
Thank
on
you so
the
much.
cover.
I'm very,
Hey.
very, very humbled.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I know
Hi.
that you're about to run out, but
Yes.
can we take a pic for
Yeah,
our
of course.
Instagram story?
Of course.
Cool. Do you mind holding
No,
up the magazine?
of
and
course.
You wanna get
Yeah,
on
sure.
that?
Sure, here we go.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. This is like.
Are you kidding? I'm
all the
pumped.
way out. Alright. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
How many times a day you can stop to do this?
It runs the gamut. I mean, as you can tell, I'm never really outside. But like, a stunning amount considering I'm not outside a lot, you know?
7, 9 on like a regular day.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
And that's like a day when you're not in airports and stuff.
Yeah, right.
Ever none of the root for it and
Never.
Never.
I will never, ever, ever, ever have it. Never. Till the day I die. It's too flattering. I can't look at it any other way, right? I love interacting with people, and I'm thankful for it, and I always enjoyed it, so it's been a really easy transition, you know?
Well, you inspired me to be social. I wasn't really posting anything until I saw you talk about the 2017 Flip Challenge.
Yes.
And that's what I do. I sell on Amazon. I've been doing it for like the last 5 years. And
Yes.
I was like, oh, this is interesting. Let me see what's going on. And I saw there was no big seller. No one really who was an Amazon seller or eBay seller really had a big social presence.
Yes.
And I was like, let me start fucking around with that. And there was a video that you were talking about, don't create content, because I'm not good at creating
don't
content.
document.
Just document what you're doing, you know?
Yep.
So I started doing that in January, and it's been awesome ever since.
It's the game, right?
Yeah, built up a nice little following in the last couple of months.
Which makes them buy your shit, which right?
But I'm not like promoting my
No, it
my
happens.
store or
It
anything like that.
happens through osmosis. And you've got connected with others and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, so we did some resales. So you mentioned
Yep.
you came out to New York.
Yeah,
hung
saw
out
you
with them
guys.
for the day.
Sorry I'm late on the call. I was in an office. I couldn't get out of there. I called as soon as I can. I apologize.
good-looking guy on cover of magazine. Damn.
Brandon, meet Sean.
Hi, Brandon. How are you? Good. How are you? Nice to meet you. Yeah, likewise.
Sean's been at Vayner for 5 years. Now he's going to travel the world for a year or so, or time. He's going to be in Italy in late August through October.
Okay.
He kind of, I think, potentially wants to work a harvest or
Yeah.
like you want to set up, you want a room potentially for like 10 weeks in Italy. Do you know what part?
Playing with Tuscany.
I'd love to, this is where I would actually get on the phone. Like this is not the normal shit I send you where like it'd be okay. This has to happen.
Okay.
So you have to call Harman Skurnik and like talk to Mark DeGrazia or like, I don't know who you want to, I know what you know what to do. Get him set up.
Okay.
Like really proper. Like instead of like I know how we do it. So like instead of the first option, like, oh thank God I've got this accomplished, I can move on.
Yep.
Get like 2 options, and if one's like a castle and one's like a basement, I want him to have a castle. Right, because he's gonna.
Right, no basement.
It's much easier to get Italian girls with a castle than a basement.
It's true, I've heard that.
I mean, he's got a good face and all, but the castle will help.
Castle was on my mind.
Hey baby, I got a castle.
Right, exactly. Dude, it's been 5 years. It's a thank you, right? Like, I have 350 fucking friends because of this place. Think about that, right? Like, I wrote a thank you letter, but like, you don't reach it, so I'm not gonna, like, it'll be out there. But I wanted to tell you straight up, right? Because it's been 5+ years. I was a clueless kid here. And like, it's not just I learned how to be really good at social media or digital media. I learned how to solve problems, right? I learned how to like you guys saw in me shit that I didn't really even know was there. And you gave me the shot, you gave me the at-bat, and you gave me an opportunity. And then you let me do it again and again and again. 6 jobs in 5 years in 3 cities. Like, that's crazy.
Yes, it is.
All under the same logo. Like, it's just a thank you.
You're welcome, brother. Listen, this is a little reprieve in our game, but you're in my world for life.
Yep.
I feel it. Yep. Even as you sit here, I'm like, oh fuck, wait a minute, that energy's so good. Like, go do this real quick. Like, it's all good stuff, man.
You know the last Dailyvee when we were in the cab and you basically like kissed me here?
Yeah, where we almost made out?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I woke up to like these Snapchats from random people. I'll tell you what, because you're just like, I was like, how did you find me? And they literally Snapchatted that random thing, put hearts all over it, and they were like, match made in social media heaven. I'm like, this is...
Just random people?
Right, like, yeah, and my handle wasn't even in the episode, so I don't even know how they got it in the first place, but... Of course, like, yeah, they somehow found me and decided to snap me in the next morning, and I was like, okay, cool. I need to show this to him before I fucking dip.
Yes. That is the best.
Right?
I just send me that
I'll
picture.
send it to you.
I love you so much, man.
I love you
I'm here every day.
Yeah.
Every day you need
Yeah.
me. Really gonna miss you.
Too much.
But in weird ways, I feel like I'll end up
little bit.
seeing you more. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm gonna see you everywhere I travel.
Yeah.
I just
I'll be like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, why? Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I love you, man.
Yeah, man.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Hit me up if you need me.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Thanks, man.
How are you, sir?
I'm
Jeff
well.
Martin.
Hey, Jeff.
How are you? Nice to meet
Such
you.
a pleasure. How are
Good
you?
to see you.
Good to see you.
I was just telling these guys, I travel all over. I do recruiting. This vibe, you can't fake that. Those eyeballs are so fucking real. You know, it's
just the buzz.
You've done a lot, but on the recruiting side, that shit is gold.
I agree, my man. I appreciate that.
You know, you're going to always tell you. Big companies
Yeah.
change, but it's, you know, you get in a week later, how quick can I get out? You know, there are, I don't think I've ever seen a resume when doing searches up here for these young millennials that we place. Anyone has ever had, you know, Vayner or anything on there, which is pretty insane.
It used to be really insane. Like, obviously now as an 800-person company, you're gonna have some level of natural illustration.
Gotcha.
But I would mean, like, in 2013, like, we
don't lose people we don't want to lose.
Right.
Even now,
Yeah,
we're
right.
struggling to lose people we don't want to lose.
Right,
Even,
right.
you know what's so weird? Literally right now, Sean Cleo, we had our last conversation.
Yeah.
Here for 5 years. I mean,
Time to roll.
yeah, but you could tell, like, it's forever.
Oh, 100%.
You know?
And it's not rolling to another company. He's traveling the world for a year, right?
Yeah,
So it's not
and
like he took a job somewhere.
No, I mean, the amount of people that go to another agency is non-existent.
And I don't say this
No,
to
it's
come in
absolutely
and make you, I mean, like, I go everywhere. You know, whether I'm talking or recruiting, this shit, just I look at eyeballs. You can tell when someone's just there taking a check home. The energy is insane.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
We're the right people to fuck
Oh,
with.
I get it. That's why, I mean, I don't answer any
partnership.
ads. I'm like, holy, I'm saying, I'm like, dude, When I saw the
Drop the mag.
I watched the videos. I love all that shit. But when I saw the biz, I'm like,
this is the moment to strike.
Everything down because I'm like, I'm not
We
gonna
feel
do
the same way. By the way, how many of these meetings have Danny and I set up for you?
This is the second?
I think second. Like,
yeah, and by the way, we get thousands.
Yeah.
I hear it.
We're making
Real
thousands.
pleasure.
Nice to meet you, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate
real
it.
pleasure.
We'll see you
Good
soon.
luck to you. Yeah, I'm sure I'll see you soon. Hey, man. It's good to see you.
Great to see you, brother.
How are you?
Great, man.
How you settling in?
Yeah, it's been a blast. First week, or second week now.
Going well?
Going well, man.
Good, man.
Yeah.
Good. We'll sit down soon.
Okay, cool.
What's up, man?
What's up,
Of
Alex?
course, Alex. Real pleasure, man.
Myself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
nice to meet you.
How you doing?
Good.
How's it going so far?
Great.
Enjoying it?
Yeah, enjoying a lot.
Good, man. What are you gymming on now?
I just put together like the list of college players from the area, or just like I guess it was just the beginning of the list. But
Yep.
yeah,
I love it, man.
Got
Looking
you.
forward to spending some time.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for coming to say hey. By the way, did you guys hear that Justin thought he was going to beat me in hockey?
I've been watching him play every day for the last like 2 weeks, so.
Justin?
Yeah. So the fact that you beat him, I was disappointed in Justin.
Oh, to be honest, I actually thought he was playing well.
Had a lot of good goalie plays.
You did, and I thought you were playing well overall.
But you lost.
I'm like all time. So I wanted to get everybody together because I wanted to kind of make sure our tech lead John and your tech lead Wes, and then all the business people here were aligned. I want to kind of cross every T and dot every I. The ambition for me is, and John, we'll have to talk. Danny's family, so which then makes like this is all family. Like you know me, we've always built things. Back in 1996, we built things because I hated being at the mercy of other things. The only thing that we're at the mercy of is our POS system, and we hate it with all our heart, right? Like, this is the thing, right? However, my dream would be to hack the natural product to be a version of our club card that we've been chasing for years. John K., I've got design capabilities here for you if you need them. Let's move. Tell me what you need. Send me a URL to scanners. I'm ready to go.
Okay, yeah, we just need to talk about the API for a little bit.
Yeah, you and Wes nerded up, and but let's go full steam ahead. Great.
Yeah, sounds good. John, I don't think I have your email on the invite.
All right, I'm gonna go to the thing I have to go.
I'm
excited to make this happen.
WES.
Thanks, Danny. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
How are
What's
you,
up,
buddy?
man?
Such a pleasure.
Thanks
How are things?
for having us.
I'm thrilled to be here. What's up? What's up? How you guys doing?
We're thrilled to be here, man. Thanks so much for even having us. Like, that was,
You fucking hacked me, bro. Hey, Reynolds, can I ask you a question? If I paid for the bus, like I know schools are fucked up, so they can't take advantage, but if I paid for the bus, can you bring like 8 or 9 of them up here and hang with me for an hour? I couldn't wait for this day to happen, so I'm really happy you're here. Listen, I'll be honest, like I can give you guys a little context. Do you guys have any idea who I am or anything about me?
Yes.
Okay, great. So to be real honest, I'd love to maximize our time together, answer shit for you. Maybe I'll talk a little bit just to create some framework, right? But to me, I'd love to just answer any questions you guys might have or things of that nature. Here's my perspective. My big thing, what caught my attention about what you were talking about, which is I'm fascinated by the game of opportunity, right? Like I think when you get into these conversations, like who's got opportunity, who's born, who wins the lottery of being born into a trust fund, who doesn't, who grows up in a bad neighborhood, who grows up, like there's people that live in the Amazon. Like there's a lot going on with the 7.7 billion people on Earth. To me, the game of opportunity is what's super fascinating, and I think the internet just fucked everything up in the best way possible. Like, there's just so much more opportunity than there ever was for the people that don't have the opportunity, and to me that's like, fuck. That's something you need to really wrap your head around. And I say that to people that have everything handed to them and people that have nothing handed to them.
So you talk a lot about self-awareness and knowing yourself. What does that mean for young people that have had a hard life or deal with a lot of different things that kind of kids shouldn't deal with at this age?
Mm-hmm.
So I know self-awareness in like knowing yourself, but how do you, like, what are your thoughts when you're trying to figure out yourself and you have to kind of deal with the baggage in your life? Like, I never hear you talk about counseling or anything like that, so I'm just wondering, like, kind of your thoughts on more about self-awareness for these guys. I'm interested in.
Look, I think people that are growing up in the best environments of all time are struggling with self-awareness at 13 and 14.
Sure.
I mean, 98% of my company here in their 30s and 40s and 20s have no clue on self-awareness. So here's what I would say. I would say that I'm a big fan of just eating reality. I'm just a fan of it. You know, like the reality was I was never, like my dad, I had my dad, but I didn't, because he worked every hour. I never saw him. Missed every game, just didn't see him. Worked every hour. That was my reality. Now I was happy, it was way better than he leaving or dying, or it was great, but like I didn't have him. I could have done what my other friends who have workaholic parents do and dwelled, be like, my dad's not in my baseball game, or you don't. Look, I am not going to shortchange the extremities of all the things, all the cliches, parents, drugs, murder, mental health, like all the things. The thing that I have not figured out is how to get the universe to give a fuck. So to answer your question, it's amazing to see people in good situations and bad situations go through a situation and do this. Like if I could give everybody a drug, it would be optimism. Right? Like if you're willing to look at all your shit, whatever it is, and by the way, everybody thinks their shit is the shit. Right? Like everybody's like, I've had people sit in this room one by one with me saying, if my dad didn't give me $100 million, I would have never been a loser because it all came too easy to me. Everybody thinks their shit's the shit because it's their life. Right? People that don't have parents and things, they laugh at that. They're like, fuck you. But that person thinks that's the shit. So it's about, I don't know. The reason I don't talk about a lot of things I don't know. I don't know how to recommend, counseling or how to build self-awareness or mental health. I try to stay away from things that I don't know because I think that would be detrimental to the things I do know. What I will say is, self-aware, so I don't know how to teach self-awareness. I just know it's the game. Once you know who you are, it manifests into self-esteem. You don't actually then give a fuck what, you sit here and just don't give a fuck what they say or any girl say, like you just don't care. It's crazy when you get there. That's like the fucking ultimate. You're just fucking living life like in the Matrix. You're just like running through shit. To actually not give up, especially at this age, that's what happened to me. I still think about it. How the fuck did I not give a fuck? Right? Because it's when you're like 13, 14, 15, like your friend, that's your whole life. I just remember not caring and I was just on some different shit in my head. So that's what I want for everybody. Because then you're fucking set.
How do you get there?
I don't know, man. That's why I don't talk about it, right? Like I just, honestly, I swear to God, if I knew how to get there, this whole thing would be a wrap. I'd own the Jets, I'd own the world if I knew how to like get there and get people there, right? I try to get there by talking about it and maybe somebody's like, oh shit, that's kind of like me too. Let me go deeper into that. I actually do feel like that. I actually don't give a fuck when I don't know, but God, it's big. Because then peer pressure's out. Then you're just not getting dragged into anything you don't want to be doing.
All right, so you know how you boast about having all this technology and everything. So you saying now won't have to do things that people's parents might have to do, like deal drugs or like go out there in the street and do whatever. Because we got so much of this, we can make more money doing flipping simple stuff and just going out and earning it. So like, so you could just take any steps. Like it's gonna take like maybe 100 times, but you'll probably get it sooner or later.
My belief is that if you're a great drug dealer, you'd be a great businessman. I just believe that because it's the same game. You're selling, you're working it. Like, listen, that's the only friends I had were drug dealers. like, if you're good at that, I'm saying, there's a lot of drug dealers that suck at it. Right? right?
I want to talk about the game. You're not so good.
Right? Like, listen, I made, like, all the kids that I really hung on to in friendships, I'm like, look at my man. He's breaking down these bags into nickels because he's making more money that way, and he's chinsing. He's actually making $3 bags, but he realizes that everybody at the school doesn't know the fucking difference, doesn't care. He's smart. And then I would see other people who'd like buy like an ounce and like fucking smoke 3/4 of it in 4 minutes and then like be bad at flipping it. And I was like, he's a fucking loser. So if you're good at it, or if somebody's good at it, they'd be even better at flipping sneakers or gear or going to the thrift store and flipping because it's the same fucking move. And then when you have the freedom of being not scared to get caught, now you're fucking moving fast. Because when you're selling drugs, you gotta think about that extra dimension of getting caught. But when you're selling fucking t-shirts, now you're a fucking entrepreneur and everybody thinks, you know, like people putting you on a pedestal. So yes, I believe that.
I love him.
I believe it, because it's true. Because it's fucking true. Because the kids that I knew that sold drugs for real and were real good at it have gone on to be much more successful in the world than the ones that didn't. Like, it's just a hustle. You've got people skills. You see angles. That's the same shit that's like, fuck, this thrift store keeps getting their fucking merchandise and they put it out at 9:30 in the morning. I'm gonna go there because there might be some Nikes. But it's just hard work. But I think when you realize how much more money you can make, how much good can happen from hard work, everybody's willing to put in the hard. If I was a real genie or a real fucking Yoda, and I was like, yo, check this out, watch this. And you saw you're like, fuck, what the fuck? And you saw you, and it's like a good life, and I'm like, here's all you gotta do. You gotta work 15 hours a day right now for the next 10 years straight, you'll do it. Everybody will do it. People don't do it because they're not sure what's on the other side of it. Because they said no before they said yes. My big thing is like, you're either gonna define yourself for yourself, or you're gonna let somebody else define you. You're either gonna let your mom define you, your dad define you, your grandparents define you, your older brother, your older sister, dude from around the way. You know, somebody's gonna define you, or you're gonna define yourself. I'm just trying to figure out how to hack at you to make you define yourself for yourself, in yourself, within yourself, and then shit changes.
Gary, we got this. I like to give people pictures of my own face sometimes when I so all the guys signed
I love
it,
this.
And just to say thanks.
I appreciate it.
It's like,
oh man, good luck to you. Yeah, of course, my man. I'll do better than that. You know what? Come with me in my office. I'll let them sign up. I'll sign you guys all a book. Thank you, my man. I'm like.
All right, ready, guys? We're good. 1, 2, 3.
I'm telling you, my man, what I told you was the truth. Listen to me, the truth. It's crazy. It's just real.
I know it's all real.
It's just real, you know? You know, listen, making $18 a day selling tchotchkes versus making 100, it's hard at first, but if you just fucking hold your breath, you can get there.
We're the best class trip ever.
Hey everybody, this is Vaynerchuk, and this is episode 254 of the Ask Garyvee show. And this is a very, very, very special episode because the all-time most popular guest of my original video and podcast show back in the day, Wine Library TV, was none other than my dad, Sasha Vaynerchuk, who is here looking dapper, Dad. You threw up a deuce, I like that. And who is now making his second appearance on the Ask Garyvee show. We got we remember when we got emotional up in Andy was there, we were playing basketball, we had this great episode.
Oh yeah.
What episode number is that, anybody?
118.
This guy is on it. You see,
wow, I'm impressed.
Andy's very impressive.
Can you send it to me, please?
Yeah, it's a real good one.
You should ask him about his parking tickets in Boston.
Oh,
Did you ever tell the story?
That's not a story anyone knows. So in Boston, my junior year on Com Ave, there was nowhere to really park. So it was super hard. So I just would park in places that I ended up with like 6, what do you think, 40?
Guys, his, what is it?
Glove compartment.
When you open, all the parking tickets it's got to be over 100 parking tickets.
Yeah, good thing we didn't tell Mom.
And he came to me, and being a tough father, you know what everybody thinks, I paid all the tickets.
Yeah, you're only tough on the outside.
Right.
Super soft on the
So
inside.
I paid all the tickets.
That's right.
And
You like that, Iris?
And what about the $10,000 club bill?
No, we're not going into that story. that story's not coming out. That story's definitely not coming out. That was a business expense. Andy, get to questions before Dad gets too out of control. I love you, Dad.
I love you.
Thank you. Give me a kiss. You keep asking questions, we'll keep answering them.
And I'll have a little more.
we're here with the office of the CEO. We're meeting with Gary basically to give him updates on projects that we're working on, catch up on things on his end, see if there's anything that he needs us to do. He's traveling a lot over the next couple months, so we've been chatting with him about just building a cadence so that whether he's here and we're meeting with him in person or whether we're just setting up phone calls, that we just set some degree of a cadence on keeping in touch, just so we can make sure we don't lose any momentum.
I hate him with all my heart, but I'm Michael Jordan, and you should let Michael Jordan take the last shot in the game, and it's been the biggest eye-opener for me, which is, I am such not a micromanager. I want to let everybody do something, but what manifests from that is it gets away from me. People don't get it. To the email, this kid you want me to meet, like, we need everybody, if everybody knew who I was, we'd be rolling. If they really knew. And I think we have to be smart about scaling me. So that's what I would challenge. Like, always think about what that means. Whatever the fuck that means. Whether that means you scaling me, whether that means you being like, you defending me, whether you tell me I should get this. I mean, this has been great. This matters. Give me 1 second so I can look at how behind I am and what I have next, and then we'll take it from this.
Is everyone doing all right here?
This is not a joke. In 2007, me and AJ are up at like 4 o'clock in the morning building like some cockamanian website. And my brother looked at me and said, bro, you can tell me. Like, I won't tell anyone. You're my brother, I love you. Are you a robot? Are you a robot? He's like, I won't tell the authorities. Like, you don't pee, drink, eat, and you're on 24/7, 365 straight. Cool.
You're not.
What?
Are you? How did you?
Thank you guys so much for coming out.
Thanks for
You guys
having
enjoyed it?
us. Yeah.
It's fun, right? Good. Appreciate it. I'm a huge fan. I think I actually now believe, as I continue to do homework, that the convergence of VR and AR is actually what happens.
Mixed reality.
Yeah. You believe in that?
Mixed reality, artificial intelligence. I don't think people understand how all this stuff is going to converge
Correct.
into one technology.
Because most people don't understand how tech talks to each other, right? They don't understand API, you know.
Right.
They don't understand.
Right.
They don't understand the scaled smartification of our society. They don't understand that like a week after I started using Alexa, I started using Siri, where guys like you and I lose is on timing.
Yes. I have
where
360 rigs I can throw.
That's where I matured in the last 25 years. 1994, Garyvee would have been like, oh my God, this is next week.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. I did it.
Yeah.
I launched an e-commerce wine business in 1996 because by the year of 1998, everybody's gonna buy wine on the internet. I learned that game. So, pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So nice to meet you, yeah. Hey guys, nice to meet you. Hi. Nice to meet you.
I'd love to like pitch you my idea sometime.
I am Gary at VaynerMedia. That's what we do for a living.
Yeah.
We go through
want
them.
this, like, we're trying to build this Tamagotchi digital pet.
You've already got my attention.
So we're gonna, if
Seriously.
you love your Tamagotchi from like,
you've got my attention.
Okay.
Cool, awesome. Take care. It's 10:43, I'm wrapping up. I'm going to an HBO event that they're not letting Justin in. Justin, hope you enjoyed the day.
Good day.
Yeah, you get to go home. Bubble hockey, you lost 4-1?
4-1.
Yeah, that was a tough loss for you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.